Hi, I thought I'd make a video on drug sniffing dogs and manufactured cued hits. It's irritated me for a really long time that I've known that at least some of these hits have been manufactured and cued by the handler, and I've never done anything, on it. But somebody else was stopped. Um, this time they had a patient in their car that needed to go to the hospital, and the cops wanted to be assholes, and they brought out a drug dog to manufacture a hit. And while I see it clearly, um, I'm understanding that others don't. Many others don't see where it's going off the rails. So I thought I'd do a video. I'm going to show a couple of examples of manufactured hits, and I'm going to talk you through them so you can see what's going on. And then I was going to take my dog out to my own car, but it's cold out there, and I just didn't feel like tramping outside with the camera and the tripod and all that stupid crap. So last night, just in my kitchen, I pretended like my counter, my cupboard area was an area that needed to be checked for drugs. And you'll see me doing some of the same things I identified that the officers were doing to manufacture the hit response. My dog can do the hit response. I can cue my dog to do the hit response without moving or making a sound. You'll see that happen as well. Um, so I guess let's get started, and I'll show you what I see and what I know. All right, we're going to watch a drug dog search a vehicle, and I want to point some things out. Let's get this started. All right, clearly the dog wants to go to the grassy park area. He's very insistent. There's something over there. It looks like it's sitting on the ground. He really wants to get over to it. He could care less about the vehicle. The officer continues to cue him along the sides of the vehicle. Cues him up. And the dog strains to go to the park area again. He could care less about the vehicle. And the officer grabs his attention and cues him along the other side. Dog doesn't care. And this is supposed to be a well-trained drug dog. He's acting like a family pet. And he cues him up. Nothing. He has to pull him away from the grass again. Cueing him along the vehicle once again. Dog wants the grass, could care less. Grabbing his attention, dragging him around because he doesn't really want to do this. A well-trained drug dog would take one pass around this vehicle and would know. It would hit or not hit. This is ridiculous. Again, at the window. Nope. And the dog wanders around his feet. He's kind of bored and confused. What a joke this is. Continues to cue him along the side of the vehicle. He's just pushing for that hit. Dog is looking at him kind of confused and expectant. What do you want me to do? Now, something very interesting is about to happen, and I want you guys to watch very carefully. Notice the dog smelling at that pocket? He is now pulling out the reward item. Look at the dog change. He's sitting, he's downing, he is way jazzed at this point. He's at the car animated. All of a sudden, he's interested. The guy's cueing him along the side of the vehicle repeatedly. And the dog sits to get his reward item. Now watch the dog continue to alert. Reward item. He just alerted again and again. He wants his reward item. And that is how they cue a dog to hit for drugs when there are no drugs. So we're going to watch another drug dog search of a vehicle. And I'll talk you through and try to keep up with what's happening. So let's go ahead and watch it. And the dog's going around. Keep an eye on that toy in his hand. That is the dog's reward item. That's commonly how they train these dogs. Their reward item is a toy. So that is his incentive to hit. If he hits, he gets that toy. He's interested in the ground. Now watch. The guy's going to raise the toy. That's the signal to sit. He points to the car to distract the dog a moment, and then the dog sits. There's a hit. A generated, cued hit. But he's going to go for some more. So he cues the dog again. Dog's not too interested. He's looked at the toy. Hey, the dude's got the toy. I want the toy. Looks at the toy. Does an alert to try to get the toy. The guy doesn't give it to him. So he keeps pointing for the dog to cue. And the dog's not barking again. So he rubs the toy under his face. There we go. Another generated cued hit. The dog gets the toy. And this is how dogs are cued to hit when there's nothing to hit on. Now we're going to watch a drug dog do a true drug hit. And I'll explain to you why as we're watching it. But watch what she's doing, how she's proceeding along, and watch how the dog is proceeding along. And it's very evident that the dog took this up on his own. She didn't cue him. So she's going along, quick, efficient. Here, let's go. Let's go. She's going, she's going, she's going, she's still going. And he's, whoa, stop, right here. And the reward item, the toy. And that's how a real drug hit is done. All right, now you're going to see my dog. He's not going to be as polished, but the training he came in with, he knows to look where I point. For a treat, for a toy, he knows to follow my finger. That's the training he came in with, as well as his behave in public service dog training and his task training. So we're just going in completely cold. This dog has no scent work training, you know, other than alerting to my body chemistry. He's not trained to scent and find things. So he's coming in cold. He is completely not a trained drug dog. He is not. You will see some of what you saw in these other videos. Watch for me to raise my hand up. Remember that one officer, he had the toy in his hand and he raised his hand up with the toy in it? Well, you don't have to have the toy to make it work. It just makes it work better and faster. Watch me raise my hand up and watch my dog. And my dog's quicker than their dog because my dog's trained to be more controlled than their dogs are. My dog would never be jetting off to the park or the grass, more than once. I'd correct him and that would be the end of that. So my dog is more controlled. He's going to respond more instantly. But watch me raise my hand. There's a point in there where I tell you I'm going to make him sit. And my camera couldn't catch my whole body, my face, and the dog. So, but you can hear that I'm not speaking. I'm not saying anything. And my hands are in full view. You can see I'm completely still. I am not giving a hand signal of any type or form. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make him sit now. And I'll do it. It's the same way officers cue their dogs to do the alert behavior so they can say they have an alert. Anyway, let's go see what I've done. Heel, or side. Good. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? That's right. Come on. And that's right. Let me see. Side. Look. 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 That's right. Turn around. Turn around. Look. 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 Over here. Over here. Look. Look. Good. Good job. All right. Over here. Side. Look. 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 Pull. Yes. Good. Over here. Side. Oh, you're in heel. Come on. Over here, side. All right, come on. We're going to look for drugs. Find the drugs. Find the drugs. Oh, this way. That's right. Come on. Side. Find the drugs. Find the drugs. That's right. Good. He found drugs. Where are they? Where is it? It's in my dishwasher. He found drugs in my dishwasher. Look. This way. This way. Yeah, look. 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 Over here. Is he? Come on. Look. 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 Yes! Where is it? Where is it? Right there? Good boy. Where is it? That's right. That's right. Oh, you want the ball. He wants the ball. He wants the ball. All right, good boy. Come here. All right. Come here. Look. Come here. I can make him sit right now without saying a word to him. Watch me do it. Back, back, back. Good boy. Around, good. See my hands, you can hear my voice. I'm gonna make him do the thing. I don't want to say the word because it'll clue him in. It's easy. I can cue him to sit without making a move or without making a sound. I can cue him to sit. Hey! Stop! Yes. Good job. So there you have it. I raised my hand. He sat. It's a common thing they learn when they first are being obedience trained and you're teaching them to sit. Most people raise their hand, to draw the dog's head up to make their butt hit the floor. So it's the very first thing they learned. It's pretty deeply ingrained that you raise your hand up and they take that as a signal to sit. It doesn't need to be a hand raised up. A dog can learn because dogs are masters at reading body posture. It's how they communicate with each other. Dogs are masters at this. So a dog can learn to respond to any body posture. It doesn't have to be the raised hand. In fact, when I said I was going to make him sit without doing anything, that's what I did. I took a body posture that indicated to him that I wanted him to sit. And so he did. It's very easy to do for people that, work at training their dogs. It's very, very simple to do. And it can work for down. It can work for a bark. As long as in private you've worked with the dog so the dog understands when I do this, I want you to do that. Anytime in a drug work of a vehicle, anytime the handler stops and the dog turns to the handler expectantly, they're reading that handler's body posture. They're not scenting. They're reading the handler's body posture. And the handler is telling them to do the alert behavior. It's pretty simple once you know what to look for. But he gave a decent imitation. He's more focused on me because he's not scent trained at all. Drug dogs are taught to, pay attention to the vehicle more. Him being a service dog, he's been taught his whole life to pay attention to me more. So, but I mean, he gave a decent approximation of being a drug dog. I could make him hit anytime I wanted him to hit. One time I was surrounded by police officers. There were 6 of them in a circle around me. This was early on when I'd first started using a service dog about over 20 years ago. Anyway, they were surrounding me. I had my little children huddling at my legs and my big Rottweiler service dog in front of me. And I could tell by the way he was tensing that he was feeling really nervous about this situation. He was not liking this at all. And while he was never trained to be aggressive when he was out working in public, I got a little concerned I could see the alarm building in him. So I just twitched. The cops never saw it. They didn't detect it. I was working him while I was talking to them and they were yelling at me. I was working him, telling him, sit, go down. All right, move into heel, go behind me. All with very, very, he's better than this dog is. He was much better. I just barely twitch a finger, and he knew what I was telling him to do. So it can be done. In fact, working dogs, service dogs that have been really well trained, the handler can cue them to do all kinds of things, and an onlooker, casual onlooker, would never know that they're being cued. I like it that way. I don't want everybody to know exactly what I'm doing all the time. I like to be able to very quietly just cue my dog to do what it needs to do. So anyway, make of that what you will, but it's very simple to manufacture a cue to let the officer say the dog hit, and now I can search the vehicle. It's extremely easy to do with a well-trained dog, even a lesser trained dog. Maybe if I'm feeling like it, I'll work more on this later, and we'll do my car or whatever. Um, I think he probably would have a tendency to want to jump up on the car when he gets excited. So I'd have to work with that. Nobody needs their car all scratched up, even though mine's a piece of crap. Anyway, thought this would be interesting for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.